Hey everyone, I'm Alan Thrall here at Untamed Strength Gym in Sacramento, California, out here in the strongman yard. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about recovery, not the Eminem album, the thing that a lot of people in the strength community like to overhype. I've made a video in the past about overtraining and recovery. I'm revisiting the topic for this video because I saw something on Instagram that I fully agree with. So much so that I'm making an entire video about it. You might have heard about this freak named Tom Haviland. He's something like 6 feet, 7 inches tall, maybe even taller. He weighs nearly 400 pounds. He's insanely jacked, which you can still see even though he always wears pants and a long sleeve in his more recent videos. He does not have a face after the year 2020, and he performs what we would call strongman training, but a lot of things that he does in his training is even more odd than traditional strongman training that we're so used to seeing nowadays. He performs these feats of strength that are world class. Honestly, I question how many other people in the world can do some of the things he does. And many people, many of his followers, can't help but wonder how he would do in competition, specifically at World's Strongest Man. And it's not just the circus freak movements that he's good at. Even his traditional barbell lifts are impressive. His abilities don't stop at just being strong. He also displays impressive feats of explosiveness and power, as well as conditioning. From what I've gathered from watching his Instagram, he goes on 90 with 90s every morning, which is a 90-minute hike with a 90-pound pack. Getting to the point of this video, he mentioned something about recovery quite a while ago, and I couldn't agree more with what he says. I even snapshotted it from his story and saved it. There's obviously a lot of lightheartedness involved with these bin movements, but they do still serve a purpose. At most, it takes me 20 minutes total to set up, complete, and put away. And not only do I find it very fun, but it's also a great source of extra GPP work to complement my day. I get asked a lot about what I do for recovery, and aside from the staples of nutrition, hydration, and sleep, I credit this style of frequent extra work movement, along with my rucking, as the leading reason I'm able to recover as well as I do. Movement is medicine. Chill out with the foam rollers, Theraguns, ice baths, etc., and dedicate that extra time to gradually increasing your capacity to recover and work through more low-intensity movement. I fully agree with what he says here. We tend to associate recovery time with sitting on the couch and watching TV, literally doing nothing, when really this time could be spent doing more low-intensity activity, which will improve your physical capacity to better handle the stress of training. If I were to use the sunburn analogy, it's like being pale white, spending a couple hours in the direct sun, burning, and then staying inside for weeks to recover, only to repeat that cycle when you go back outside. Instead, more frequent, gradual exposure to the sun will lessen your chances of burning. It's not a perfect analogy, but hopefully you can follow what I'm saying. I kind of view physical activity and recovery the same way. Do more to handle more. I'm not suggesting that you go run a marathon every day, and I'm not suggesting that you train to maximum every day. Just try incorporating more low-intensity activity into your everyday. And this doesn't have to just be gym stuff. Go on a walk, bike ride, play with your kids, go on a hike, do some yard work, build something, I don't know. Moving more throughout your day is something that you will adapt to, and your 60-minute training sessions will become easier to handle and recover from. And on top of that, the extra movement in your day might help you sleep better at night, which is going to help your recovery more than anything. Staring at the TV like a zombie for hours and not sleeping well at night is not helping your recovery like you think it is. Now, I was motivated to make this video because I know some people want to do more than just lift weights. You might enjoy running, hiking, cycling, swimming, CrossFit workouts, basketball, volleyball, whatever. But people are too worried about their recovery. Doing this extra activity is going to tap into my recovery reserve, and I'm going to get weak and lose all my gains. So I've got 4 things to say about this. Number 1, if you start with low intensity work, it won't have much of an impact on weight training. Number 2, even if it does have an impact on weight training, who cares? There's nothing wrong with that. Anything can have a negative impact on your training, or what you view as a negative impact. You might have a bad night of sleep, stressful day at work, you drank a glass of old milk. Any of these things can acutely impact your training, but that doesn't have much bearing on your overall progress. Number 3, stop being so concerned with performance on a single day or even a single week. I'm going to be making a video about running and lifting weights, and this is something that I'll talk about again in that video. It is okay if performance drops a little bit at first as you acclimate to some added activity in your weekly or daily routine. And number 4, a lot of the same people who follow these beginner 3x5, 5x5 novice programs believe in this SRA model: stress, recover, adapt, thinking that the only thing you can recover from is 3 sets of 5 on squats. If you ask, hey, can I recover from an easy run after my squats or an easy swim after my overhead press session? Nope, waste of time, sounds fucking stupid. This is just not true. It's all just total physical activity. You can adapt if you're smart about your approach. Now, I'm sure that someone in the comments is going to say his recovery comes from steroids, and the fact that he's on steroids is irrelevant to me because I still think it's sound advice for anyone and everyone, natural or enhanced. So in closing, if you want to improve recovery, do things like utilize auto-regulation to ensure you aren't training at maximum day in and day out, week in and week out, but like I discussed in this video, increase your low intensity movement throughout the day. Broaden your low intensity exercise selection in the gym, or increase your lower intensity volume on your main lifts. All of these things can improve your ability to recover from the stress of training. That's it, thanks for watching, and always remember, train on time!